shoot, I said that you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs live. Fast talker, no riddling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much make it a portrait. Gun kick back, not grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's the man with king? No response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot, what said that you claim?
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. All right, this is Saturday. Bivol lost the fight. He is fighting Beterbiev. I told you I picked Beterbiev to win, even though my heart was rooting for Bivol. So, again, it was a great fight. I hope you got a chance to see that. You can go watch my Twitter timeline. It's up there for you guys to check that out. I totally want to be able to facilitate that to you. You know, as gamers, this is what we do as Xbox Frontline. This is what I do. So go to my Twitter. If you want to see the fight, it's there. It cut out a couple of times because my battery died. But the fight was there. I was streaming and everything the whole day. Also, go to my Twitch. I'm going to show you later how to get there. Also, the Discord. Thank you all you guys that came out for Fight Night Friday. Fight Night Friday was fantastic. That's where we have fun. It's an arcade-like experience where everybody gets in, and we try to play as much games as possible, trying to accommodate everybody and keep that atmosphere going of community and camaraderie. But it cannot happen without you guys. So I would like to thank everybody that follows, that is a member, and that super chats and super thanks every video. You guys are deeply appreciated. Thank you so much. But let's get into this topic. It's only one topic today. It's Xbox pure domination. Cloud. 8 billion. All right. This the channel. This is where we at.
Hands on me, boy. I definitely
Make it happen.
on everything I love.
King David IOP.
How about
Get the kid to 1,000 subs. Let's get it. Hit that follow.
Where's my car at? Right,
Yo,
so I know that dude is down in there.
100%.
Block the entrance.
Fight Nights is here
America to work his magic.
on the Twitch. Let's go. Okay. So, Xbox Cloud Gaming will reportedly let you stream your own games very soon. Thousands of titles set to be supported eventually. This was always the vision. What a lot of people didn't realize. You don't remember when Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer, first of his name, told you that he wanted to reach 8 billion people. I think the number was 8 billion, and dudes laugh. Like, you can't even sell a couple of million consoles. You can't even sell over 100 million consoles. And Jim Ryan told you guys that y'all wasn't enough. But a lot of times you guys don't understand the forest for the trees. You don't understand what is necessary. Now, Jim Dance Moves Ryan leaving at the time that he did and selling his stock when Sony stocks was high, y'all guys all said he was going on a high note, that he was doing what was best for him. As a CEO, he did it up, and he record wins and stuff like that. You know, when y'all see animals running out of the forest, or you see packs of animals running, you know there's a major disaster. And we started seeing people leave in droves from Sony. Excuse me. That was because the ABK deal went through. Now, when Microsoft got Bethesda, they was like, whoa, that's crazy. And what they wanted to know was, what did that mean? What did them having Bethesda ZeniMax? I gotta stop saying Bethesda. ZeniMax. What did that mean? That meant that everything under the sun was theirs and they will distribute them how they choose. Now, before the ABK deal, before that deal happened, I think they would have made every game solely to the Xbox ecosystem. Once Jim Dance Moves Ryan decided to go and pitch a boogie woogie to the FTC, the CMA, and everybody, and we went through 2.5 years of long, drawn-out cases. We got a chance to see who's who and what's what, but also there was stuff that was revealed to us about these about the underhanding dealings, about Microsoft plans. See, Microsoft did have a plan for a mid-gen refresh. It was called Brooklyn. Now, the Brooklyn device itself had haptic feedback controller. It was a little bit updated, a little bit more RAM. It was what you probably see as the PlayStation 5 Pro. Them being behind like they are because of the ABK deal finally going through, hold the line, that's what that was about. And it was about hold the line on that deal. All right, so if you don't know what hold the line is, it was about hold the line on the ABK deal because I saw a lot of Xbox dudes jumping ship. A lot of Xbox mainstays actually went over to the PlayStation once they saw stuff transpiring. Now, let me rewind it before the ZeniMax deal. Let me go back a little bit, if you will, because this is very prudent in what I'm going to tell you. Before then, Phil said cloud gaming is the future. Shout out to Bill Stillwell and the team that headed up the Back Compat, cloud gaming, all of that, Jason Ronald, everyone that facilitated that in happening. Excuse me. Got a dry throat. Babe, can I have some juice, please? So that cloud was going to be the backbone of what the Xbox plans was. You don't remember, speaking of backbone, you don't remember the backbone controller that came out that goes on your phone and you just put it on both sides and you see something like that, or this gripper. I have this one actually right here that you could just, pair your controller to your phone and play like that. I have that one in the car and I have the backbone one. So they were showing that stuff. And a lot of times what Microsoft does is they put the cart before the horse. And yeah, you needed the Azure cloud system in order to facilitate that dream. Now, a lot of pieces had to go in place. So they know who they're fighting in court. But it took Epic, which we think was making boatloads of money, and which they are on Fortnite, but they just finally broke even. Shout out to them for breaking even. Right? So shout out to them for breaking even. Now, they had to win a case with Google in order for Xbox to get the storefront deal they need, because giving Google so much money to sell games in your own apps, that wasn't cool. So, all right, they waited for that to happen. So they have that happening, and a lot of you guys are asking me, yo, King, when is the Microsoft store gonna launch? Y'all said it was gonna do this. You said he was gonna do that. Bear with me here. I'm breaking it down for you. That store is going to launch now recently, once you found out that this happened. Now, they're merging the two apps. What they did was they had Game Pass apps separate from the Xbox app. The reason why they had it separate, because they didn't know how the stuff was going to pan out, right? So now you integrate the two apps And it's going to take a couple of seconds for that to be the integration, by November. And then imagine, if you will, you take out your phone. Let's say this brilliant game here. All right. Metaphor. You buy Metaphor from your store instantly. Boom. You buy it. And see what the cloud does. The cloud allows you to play your games that you purchase right there. Like, you can play instantly while it's downloading in the background. Now, you don't have to download it to your phone, of course. Why would you? But you can say in your app, download it to my Xbox at home, right? Download it to my Xbox at home while you're playing outside. You got some time before you get home. You're on the train, you're at the doctor's office, whatever the hell you're doing. You're playing Metaphor, and it's a play anywhere. And then you get home, and it takes off from where you were in the home, in the car, wherever. It takes off right there. And you continue your game session. And let's say that you got to get up, you got to run back out. Like right now, I got to get up, I got to run back out, right? But I wanted to finish Metaphor. I was on a boss. Pause it, get up, resume where I'm at, and I play my game. This ambidextrous approach to video games is brilliant in the execution. And it took a lot of places and a lot of things in order for this to actually be brought to you. Now, the diehard stuck around. The mustard hearts questioned, doubted, ran for the hills, and decided to pitch their tent across the street or completely on PC. If you're in the ecosystem, you're in the ecosystem. It doesn't matter. I hear a lot of times Microsoft is down on hardware sales. If they can see diminishing returns by selling hardware, because hardware is actually a sinkhole, because it's the only conduit that you have at the moment in getting your product to your consumers. Now you have broken the shackles of that conduit, and you have made any electronic device that can compute. Did you just hear what I just said? Any electronic device that can compute. Didn't the head of Sony said, not Hiroki Totoki, not Hiroki, the head of Sony said he wants PlayStation games anywhere that a device can compute. Well, see, Microsoft beat you to the punch there, boy. Microsoft beat you to the punch, boy. You don't have a cloud service that is as robust as Azure. You don't have the deep enough pockets as Microsoft. You do not have the IPs. Remember, Hiroki Totoki told you you didn't have the IPs. I'm telling you what they told you. I'm just telling you, so now that you understand what they know is about to happen. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. We're going to run it up on them bums. When I was telling you that before, dude said, do he really believe the stuff that he's saying? Yeah, I do. You think it's predicated on the PlayStation. My hashtag no PlayStation 6 is not predicated on PlayStation. It's predicated on Sony. Sony is redlining it. The reason why I'm saying that they're redlining it is PlayStation is marginally profitable. You understand? I.e. the reason why you don't have full-fledged AAA games coming out this year, and you have budget line games, pay for third-party titles to hold you until you build up enough capital to release a game. Funding, if you will. It's like a GoFundMe. You didn't reach your quota yet, so you can't put out the game. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now you're going to say, King, you're capping. Look at every title that you have released this year has underperformed, has failed, or didn't meet expectations internally. Now, if I said that about Microsoft, you would say they're getting out of the hardware business. They're going to put their games everywhere. They're going to go third party. It's been a good run. Take that and bring that back to yourself. It's been a good run. You didn't diversify your portfolio when you had the chance. You looked at Microsoft as the bumbling idiot, not knowing that he was Kaiser Sosa the whole time. This is the part where I'm going to be asking for knees. Now, you can send them by air, by Pony Express. I don't care how you send those knees. Just get them to me. I expect you all to bend the knee at some point in time. And the reason why I said Sony might not be there, market projections show that Sony isn't operating in a futuristic state, is operating in a now state. 2025 and 2026 is going to be pivotal in the electronic space in which Microsoft currently has a foothold in. Let me space this. The foothold that they have in this space is AI and cloud, where everyone is going. Now, look at the piston inside the box of the PlayStation. Go figure out who helped them write the algorithm. And then come back to me. You can ask Hip Hop Gamer, because he said it before and you guys laughed at him. Microsoft is helping Sony with the AI. I knew that from the documentary that I'm making. I also know that OpenAI and Microsoft had a huge partnership at a point. I also know that Intel and Microsoft got together to make a chipset. You don't remember the $15 billion that Microsoft gave Intel for the chipsets? I also know that the projections on consoles were lower because they added, for Microsoft, they added Surface and everything to those projections in hardware, which made, and it ballooned Xbox loss of, year on year hardware sales bloated. They hit it in between there. Okay. And I don't think they're doing the Duo anymore. I think the Duo was done. Right? Because it wasn't profitable. It didn't do anything. This is profitable. The IPs is profitable. ABK is profitable. ZeniMax is profitable. The push in Asia is profitable. The push in the Middle East is profitable. You're still holding them to old standards that are outdated, antiquated, and prehistoric. Console sales. If console sales dictated wins, Nintendo will be stomping the yard. They don't make half as much as Xbox. They're more profitable than Sony, but they don't make half as much as Xbox. Software and services and IPs is what's going to push the next war forward. They're perfectly positioned to win this generation and the next, which leads me back to hashtag no PlayStation 6. We're going to run it up on you bums. I'm going to keep the boot on Kong's neck this whole generation. You need help. The same way they couldn't go out and go get WB, the same way they needed help. Remember Apollo when they wanted to go buy Paramount? You're going to need help now. Now, I understand asking for help, that's nothing to be ashamed about. But as you saw with Apollo, which they didn't want to give you the bread for Paramount, because the contracts that you wanted them to sign off on was only beneficial for yourself. They had no benefit to them. So, as already mentioned, this launch would align with Microsoft's plan to start directly selling games on Xbox app on Android devices following a court ruling earlier this week, which puts a stop to Google's requirement of Google Play billing for apps as of November 1st, 2024. Keep in mind, although the thousands of titles will reportedly be playable with xCloud Gaming, Waring also notes some publishers may hold certain games back due to licensing requirement deals. So they will talk about these deals and those games will be allocated. Back to what this actually means. Game Pass Fire Sticks, Amazon Fire Sticks with Game Pass, Stick and Pass. If you ain't sticking and passing, I don't know what you're doing. Genius idea. Should they go after Roku next? Yes. The reason why I'm saying this is because you want any device that's allowed to use cloud gaming in any form is your ally. That's the reason why NVIDIA is on board with Microsoft. Do you see the strategic alliances with cloud gaming and cloud in general forming a perimeter against the one who is not fortified enough in this sector? Let me switch. There's one kid doing his own thing. One of these kids isn't one of the same. One of these kids is doing his own thing, and now it's time to name his name. And his name is Sony. It sucks to see your mortality in this way. It sucks that your fan base can only say, we have console superiority. But by all metrics, that doesn't bear fruit. By all metrics, either someone's lying or someone's lying. If you have 60 to 70 million consoles out there, how come a game is launched day and date on the PC and the PlayStation, and you have more active users on the PC? I'm going to ask you again. How come you have 60 to 70 million PlayStations in circulation? So you say, but more active users on Steam? I've noticed that you guys overlooked that. Concord failed miserably because Steam did not support it. Do you notice every game that you launch day and day, and Steam has the same metrics to tell you what's a success and what's not, and we don't have to wait for NPDs? It's an absolute failure. Astrobot not selling how it's supposed to. PlayStation 5 Pro, the prophecy like I asked for, not selling like it's supposed to. Concord, dying a terrible death. Games left and right, factions, Spider-Man multiplayer, and so on being canceled, shelved, pushed to the side. In a week where Destiny launches a new season, all anyone can talk about is Dragon Ball Z, Metaphor, Undisputed, Vessel of the Hatred, everything but a Sony product. The writing is on the wall. And I know people don't talk to you like this because you're used to being the cool guy, the smart kid, the kid that does everything right. But for years, I've been yelling out, flag on the play. Something's wrong with this dude. He's just not like us. And for years, you laughed at Microsoft for doing it the right way. Now, I have new rules for people tweeting at me. Come launch day of that PlayStation 5 Pro, if you do not have a PlayStation 5 Pro, don't tweet at me. Don't say anything to me. I will not acknowledge you at all, in the least. I will look at you like lesser than. Because you will let this bot have a PlayStation 5 Pro, Astrobot, and so on, supporting the company that you claim to love. I support everything, and I'm about to go get a Xbox right now for my grandson. The sad part is, y'all can't even say, y'all did it smart. This was a smart one. Y'all will always say, hardware sales and Xbox games suck. But yet you're port begging for Halo, Gears, Forza, and anything else Microsoft makes. The new IP wars and the Azure cloud has sealed your fate. Court rulings has destroyed your stranglehold on the video game market. Now, some dudes will say, yo, King, this is a whole lot of cap. And I will say, hashtag no PlayStation 6. We're going to run it up on them bums. I'm going to keep the boot on Kong's neck this whole generation. And the reason why I keep saying it and drilling it in your head is because when I say it, there are thousands of people that say the same exact thing that I'm saying right now. And it becomes a chant. And it becomes mind share. And that mind share becomes a thought. And I'm going to will it in existence. The same way I told you Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer, first of his name, when nobody was saying that, was going to be the last man standing. Herman Holtz is the next to go. Then Sony will go completely Japanese. And then they will get back to what they do best, making software. And putting that software day and date, like they've been doing recently, like they've been doing, like you said they never would do, everywhere. I'm predicting that Horizon Lego will be the game other than baseball, because y'all already been putting games in Game Pass day and date that you guys got to pay for that we don't, because we got Game Pass. And don't tell me what baseball did. Sony could have said, I ain't with that, like Reggie Fils-Aimé, and left. He didn't, so you're there. Anyway, I am happy to bring this news to you. I want all Xbox fans to rejoice, because this article, no matter how hard they try to downplay this was always the game plan. The game plan was always to take over every device, everywhere, at all times without the barrier of hardware. Now you're going to say, King, you champion the no hardware? They're going to continue to make hardware. Why? Because of the hardcore like us that stuck around. Now, I don't want them to make a physical box. I want them to make a Switch-like device like my Steam Deck and my ROG that I can dock to my television with a powered dock that I can have a graphics card hooked up to or whatever. That's what I want. So that I can continue to re-up graphically when all new innovations happen. They can just worry about operating systems and user interface. Monthly active users and engagement is the new metrics, and you guys are so far behind the rabbit hole. I'm just saying, if it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck. Hey, Daffy, that's you. All right, this the channel. This is where we at.
Hands on me, boy. I definitely
Make it happen.
on everything I love.
King David IOP.
How about
Get the kid to 1,000 subs. Let's get it. Hit that follow.
where's my car at? Alright,
Yo,
so I know that dude is down in there.
100%.
Block the entrance.
Fight
I'm
Nights
gonna
is
use Captain
here
America to work his magic.
on the Twitch. Let's go. What can I say? What can I say? 8 billion. That's what I can say. I can say never count out a man's ambition. When they left Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer, first of his name, for dead, when you guys mocked me for me giving him titles for saving something that I truly love, if somebody comes and saves the PlayStation, what would you call him? If somebody comes and saves something that you love, I wish somebody would have came and saved TurboGrafx NEC from their fate. I wish, I honestly do, because that's my greatest console. Neo Geo went on to have a great life. Sega went on to have a great life. I wish Sega had better direction. But when you have Satya Nadella telling you, if it's about competition, let us have competition. That's a guy that's packed up, ready for war. And a lot of times, we see companies and we don't know the vision. A lot of times, we see things and we automatically dismiss them and don't want to be a part of because it doesn't fit the norm. We've been told that console sales is the one true metric in which video games should be measured. And in this ever-changing landscape, that is a lie. And the reason why you hold on to old vices and old dogmas and old philosophies is because change is difficult. Change hurts. I am a Jets fan. I am an Xbox fan. And watching the two teams, because, Xbox is a team, change to what they have to be in order to be successful hurts. It's a lot of growing pains. It's a lot of belief that you have to have. Dudes told me that I would have to change my channel to something other than Xbox. And King, you just don't know the war's over. Some dude said, some prominent dude that you guys said, I'm like the guy lost at sea and still think the war is going on. Bro, if Sean Layden can give y'all oops and try to make y'all relevant, because remember, he's at 10 cent. Remember, Black Myth. His blood is still blue. He's still fighting. He understands exactly where Sony is right now. Jim knew when Jim left. A lot of people know. So, this is the first for me, a one-topic video, long format, giving you the breakdowns and the intricacies in the industry where other people will tell you, oh, yeah, Halo can go on PlayStation. We cool with that. I'm not cool with any of it. Do I understand things? Yes, I do. Do I believe that will ever happen? No, I don't. I told you before, I'm from New York City. I'm from the show me state. You have to show me what you got. What's that Jay-Z song? Show me what you got, little mama. Show me what you got, pretty lady. Throw your hands up. Wave, wave, wave. I don't believe anything about you dudes. I believe in greed. I believe in capitalism. And I believe when it comes to that, Xbox, Microsoft is an apex predator. And you a dude trying to get past the borderline right now with not enough money in his pocket because you can't put out any games. But this is the part in the video where I'm going to tell you to like, follow, and subscribe. Hit that notification button. And I'm going to throw that logo around Bival. Because even in loss, bro, you did something that nobody ever did to Arthur Better Beef. You took him 12 rounds and you made that dude sweat. You made him understand who you were. You didn't give your belts up easy. You didn't fold. You didn't break. And that's exactly what we respect over here at Xbox Frontline News. So I'm going to tell you like I always tell you dudes. If you don't know, now you know. And Better Beef knows. To try to play the Game Pass,